to the ER tonight because he was complaining of headaches. And if Joachim gets a headache after falling, then we actually should immediately go to the ER. I thought two of you were boys.
See, cow and grill.
Yeah, looks like it.
Grill.
Huh? That's strange. Three girls.
Yes.
I thought I had 3 boys and 1 girl. Now I've only got 1 boy left then.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Ooh, monster. Good afternoon and welcome to vlog 39. No makeup today, just don't feel like it, and not doing much outside the house. Although, despite all the laundry and everything I have to get done, we're going to drive by a house that's for sale in our own city, which is bigger than our house, and on a very picturesque road. It's just next to an auto repair shop, but I don't think it's too big of an auto repair shop, and it's really nice right next to it. And there's a huge apartment building on the back side of the house, but they sold it pretty nicely with a rooftop over. They covered part of the backyard. So, well, we love the road. The house looks very nice. It's a house that was built in 1934, and we're just going to drive by and see what it looks like. We know where it is, and the kids could stay in their own school while we be able to move to a cheaper house, which is much nicer. And I'd have room to create a photo studio in the house, in the basement. It's got a basement that's quite rare here in the city where I live. So we're just, going to check it out, and we're probably going to make an appointment soon to look inside of the house. So, but now we'll have a look on the outside and I'll try and vlog it. Change of plans. I had to pick up Joachim at the swimming pool because he fell in the shower and he's got a head wound. So his bike is in the back and Hummy is there. Hi Hummy. And he got some crisps because he fell. So we'll drive by the house and then we'll go home fast, and we have to take better care of the head wound. That's the house. This is the church next to it. Let me. I probably should explain the title of this vlog. I'm sorry for the sound you're hearing. It's my dishwasher. I just put it on. But the title of the vlog, Joachim has, as you saw in the vlog, Joachim hurt his head pretty bad, and with Joachim that might be an issue, and we almost went to the hospital, to the ER tonight because he was complaining of headaches. And if Joachim gets a headache after falling, then we actually should immediately go to the ER. The reason we didn't go was that it went better, and after laying down for 10 minutes the headache was completely gone. So why is this? Because, well, when a kid hurts its head and it hurts a bit and maybe a little headache. Well, that shouldn't always have to be too bad. But Joachim has a very large cyst in his head, and it's the size of a tennis ball. So if you compare that to a little child's head, I mean compared to my head, it is already huge. So for his head, it's extremely big. And the risk, if he falls on his head or really hits his head very hard, is that the cysts will, there'll be a hole in the cyst, and all the fluid that's inside of the cyst will flow into his brain, and that could cause serious damage. So we really have to be alert. I went and checked on him actually about an hour ago, just to see if he was doing okay, but he is, and I mean, if he would really have a bad headache, he'd probably wake up from that. So luckily nothing is wrong, but it might have been, and we just have to be extra careful with him for that. So how do we even know he got the cyst? Because he doesn't have any malfunctioning or anything else that would have alerted us that he might have something going on in his head. But he's got another problem, and they made an MRI, and by accident they discovered this cyst because Joachim doesn't produce enough growth hormone. So he even gets daily dose of growth hormone. It's not like an injection, they call it. It's like it's pushed through the skin, so it's not as painful as an injection. It feels a bit like you're doing this. Sometimes the cause of growth hormone problem is a benign tumor on the pituitary gland or the hypothalamus. I'm not sure which one it is again, but they always check it. It's not often the case, but they always check children who have this problem with an MRI scan to see if that might be the case, because then you can operate and the problem is solved, and he has to have daily growth hormone injections, which it's not really, but until he's 18 or maybe even longer if he keeps growing for a longer time. So they always want to check, and so they did with Joachim, and then we heard that they found out that he had a cyst in his head, and the endocrinologist, this is a hormone specialist, said that, well, there was a small cyst and there was no need, but he could imagine that we want to speak to a child's neurologist, and so we did, a neurologist, and then we found out that it was huge, because this is huge. And so we were kind of overwhelmed, and the neurologist said, well, you know, it's not a problem, and usually it stays the same, and if there's no malfunction, if he doesn't get epileptic or you see anything else happening, losing sight or something, you don't have to come back. But we were like, yeah, right, but if he loses sight or gets epileptic, that probably won't go away. So we weren't too happy with that consult. We were happy that we now knew what was going on in his inside head. Well, part what was going on, but because we didn't know if it was growing, staying the same, shrinking. So we went to our own child doctor and said we'd like a second opinion, which we did get. And this year he got another MRI just to see how the cyst develops, and it stays the same. So that was really a relief, and now we're not going to check up on that anymore, because, you know, in, well, almost 1.5 years, if it doesn't grow, if nothing happens, then chances are that it will stay the same for the rest of his life, and then it won't be a problem as long as it stays closed. So that is it. That's why we were really concerned that with the head trauma there might be a problem, that the cyst was open since he was complaining of having a headache. But all seems fine, so that's that. Well, it was a bit serious, a bit more, well, this isn't the kind of vlog and amount of seriousness you get from me on a daily dose, but I thought I needed to explain this and why we were extra worried. And now about the house, because you saw the house and you might have seen that it wasn't a real garden, it was kind of like a deck that was in the back of the house. Didn't really have any sunlight on it, while the sun was quite high in the sky, and it should actually be on there, and it's on the south, so it should have sun throughout almost all the day. So that was actually, well, for hubby it was such a turn off. He doesn't want to see the house anymore indoors or anything, because he said, well, you know, we've got a great backyard. We've really looked for something like this, and to go away from that and get a bit smaller backyard or something like that, that would be okay, but have no sun at all on the deck, and being it the way it was, for him it was all over and done with. So, despite that from the picture and everything, I really like the house, and I really would love the extra space, you know, especially since I would be able to set up a photo studio. But I have to admit that I'm more of a sun person than he is. He gets sunburned the minute he sees the sun, while I hardly get sunburned, and but still, yeah, if it's such a big thing for him, then it's really serious, and then we shouldn't pursue. So it's a bit of a bummer, but well, it's something we'd have to be able to stay for the rest of our lives, and if you're so not happy with that aspect, then it's not gonna work. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed today's vlog, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and if you're not subscribed yet and you want to see more, please do subscribe so you see whenever I post new videos. And remember to smile, because a smile does brighten your day and the day of everyone around you. So smile, and I'll see you again tomorrow.